ago, the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. That's up.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback, and that philosophy works for them very well.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
We're good.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he's going to go down again.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Brown. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens will take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right here, right here. 57. Here we go, here we go. Check, 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 check. Wait. 57's mine. So we got man. Sponge. No.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Dalton now to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Third and 2 for Dalton. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He may try and run for this. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, But he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Ready. 60 out, low. Zoom. 57. Mike, 57. I know he ain't got it. 57.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check safety, check it to 6. Pull it.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackled by Jordan Willis. On 2nd down, Jackson. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jackson from the shotgun, buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2000.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Nice hit, boy.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action here with Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check your hot read.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Flush to his right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 24.
Check 26, check 26, please. Set.
Breida to get the third quarter started. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd and a yard, Jackson. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch me. Check.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And avoids the contact by sliding. 12 yards there and a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun, Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Under 10. 10. Check.
Throwing is Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Play action now, Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Dalton, brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check three.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton going deep downfield for Rome. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's got Rome. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 81 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
He's got this.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run again with Breida. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a toss play. It's Breida, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On third down, Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
To throw again on second down. Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Ravens. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside
under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Well, 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Bengals.
40. Switch up. Tighten up. 2 by 2. Move. Under crunch. Go.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Dalton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton, he's got his man, Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got his man here, it's Green. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Tens the mic. Rabbit.
Throwing again. Dalton. And it'll be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Ready. 57. Delta. Let's go. Two times. Ready.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.